And next I have Dr. Siddiq Wahid, Distinguished Professor and Senior Fellow at Institute of Excellence on Himalayan Studies, Shiv, Nadar University, to please come up and share his thoughts with us.
Thank you. Usually you begin by saying that you feel like an interloper when you sort of are not prepared and at the same time don't know very much about the subject. I'm not going to say that today. What I'm going to say is I am an interloper, and I know that. Don't just feel it. Because because anybody who claims to be educated, half educated, cannot ignore climate and cannot ignore the implications of climate change today. So I try to keep up with it, and I try to learn from gatherings like this and friends as much as possible about it. And I must say that today was a learning experience, and I feel good that I've come here. It's an interest of mine that is fueled by the fact that I live in the lap of the Himalaya, which is Kashmir. And in fact, I come from the Trans-Himalaya, which is Ladakh. And so, I see two aspects of it, I guess, and so forth. And I really enjoyed it. The talk on disaster management and the talk by the Honorable Chief Guest were eye-openers for me because of what's going on in terms of that activity. General Hasnain, whom I'm always surprised by his energy. I've known him for a while, and since his Kashmir days. And so I have learned a lot. I think if I were to speak as a political theorist and an historian, which is my field, I would say that what attracted me today when I was asked, literally 2 days ago, to say a few words, were the words empowering and community, with Himalaya in between. I think that is something that attracts me, because those are two very complex words. Because, we use that word quite a lot now, and the question I keep asking myself is, what does that mean? And what does it mean to empower a community? And literally, I think it means at least three things. The complexity of each of them being very vast. A, it means empowering people with knowledge. Knowledge about what, and that's a little more than sensitizing. And that is knowledge about what climate change means. That we are literally destroying planet Earth for the future and the future generations. I don't know what the implications of that are, but whether I'm watching a movie or whether, and some of its implications are projected. If it's like 20% of that, that's bad enough. And I know for a fact that September this year in Kashmir was so hot, I couldn't believe it. And I think that these are it. I don't know the science of it that we just heard about, because it's very complex. But from a very simple point of view, we better wake up. And we better think about this as it affects our everyday lives. And in the mountains, it goes all the way from the debris and the plastic that we see to climate change. And I think that that's a very vast thing. Secondly, I think it means to power financially the community. In all these three cases, I'm talking about the community. And that means that actually enabling them to do what it is, to practicalize what it is that is done. And I know for a fact, I mean, in a way of speaking, I know for a fact that this doesn't require billions of dollars or rupees or whatever it is. You know, it just requires commonsensical work. And the video I saw, I mean, it's just, it moves you that it can be done, you know, in a very simple way. So I think so, and I say financially with a small f, because I don't think it's much, and we need to, you know, get into it. And finally, I say politically empower. I come from Ladakh. It's a community that today finds itself, you know, battling New Delhi because of a systemic change in how it governs itself. And then, when it is governed by people who don't know about the community and don't know the community, it does not work. And it will only cause more dissension, more anger towards distant peoples, whether it's New Delhi or whether it's Srinagar, or for Leh, whether it's Kargil, and for Kargil, whether it's Leh. It doesn't really matter. So I think that these are some of the things: knowledge, financial empowerment, knowledge empowerment, and political empowerment, sorry. You know, these things are some of the sort of details of what it is. You know, I think it's relatively easy to talk about it. I think it's infinitely more difficult to do it. And with that, I must excuse myself because I have a prior, and so therefore I was also nervous because I'm already late, quite late for it. And so I thank you for your attention. I thank the invitation that I got from Mrs. Saifullah. I think that, you know, you have me. I mean, but it has to be elbow grease work, not theoretical, because I don't know on that front. Thank you very much, ladies.
And now we have here Dr. K.C. Chandrasekhar, Head, Garhwal Regional Center, GBP NIHE, and Dr. A.K. Sahani, GB Pant Institute, Almora, Uttarakhand, to share their thoughts with us.
Good morning to all, respected experts, respected delegates, and respected General Saab, respected our Scientific Advisory Committee Chairman of our committee, Dr. Eklavya Sharma sir. We highly thankful and we grateful to this occasion. We see that such a wonderful, passionate to the research providing and the support to the research providing to the community. Thankful, madam. We highly grateful to you. Kindly give once more hands to that madam, because on behalf of my director, I highly grateful to you, madam, and we surely wonderful that I can't say any word about it because I can't expect such things, because seeing the Himalaya and the living in the Himalaya, both are entirely different things. Because seeing the Himalaya is entirely different. For example, it is a beauty. Because I am from South India, I am from Tamil Nadu. I came 20 years back as a research scholar. When I see the Himalaya, it's very beautiful. But when I live in the Himalaya with family, and 20 years I passed in this Himalaya with my colleagues and all this. Now I am seeing this how much difficulty is there. Because getting, for example, the disaster time and all these things, we are Dr. Eklavya Sharma has provided wonderful information. See that conditions of that environment. This is very unique. Any time, because now the earthquake and all this thing, yesterday 11:32 at the night we were in the bus only, that we call that we received this, such a problem in this. And just 2 months back, again, the similar condition was there, 5.4 in the Nepal earthquake. So the earthquake now it is common because the fragile mountains, it is now possessing dangerous. Now we have to focus on the living communities instead of visiting communities. The living communities are very, very sensitive, because if they are living from the mountains, then we can't able to replace from plain area to the mountain area. So we have to request to all from my heart, at least this younger mountain and region, we have to be handled very careful, and we request to all to join hands together. I extremely highly grateful to her. Such a wonderful mountain research we required in this region. Especially we could require more and more efforts, especially in the field region, especially for at least in the disasters, at least in this unleashing the diversity. As already Dr. Baba told, that we required highly sensitive and endemic and the rich areas. It's a biodiversity, hotspots and everything, because we have to save the Himalaya, and we require your joining hands and putting together your efforts to save this most prestigious and most sensitive younger Himalaya. Thank you so much. On behalf of the director of the institute, we are highly grateful. I request Dr. Sahani for providing two words. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon to all. And we, on behalf of our director, we got an opportunity to share our some learnings. And just walking in Himalaya is, as you know, very difficult as well as very typical also. And we are very happy to learn that people sitting in Delhi also thinking about a sustainable Himalaya. And my request to this hall is that Himalayan should be a pan-Indian topic for the study or for topic for research. As Baba is telling that we all are seeking peace, but we are not working for peace. We all are thinking about disaster, but we are not working in disaster. You see, our institute working in Himalayan area, and with our mandate, we are working so many issues in Himalayan, but our country is run of bureaucrats, not with technocrats. Whatever scientists or what our the think tank can see, that is not practically observed. Say, for example, sir, what previous my speaker told about this Josimot disaster regarding that is 2019 in the month of February, that was unpredicted. Likewise in Sikkim also, that was, though science is so many advanced, but we are yet to develop such a mechanism to predict these natural disasters so that we can save our main human society as well as Himalayan. Sir, during that 2019 disaster, I was also witness with that area. And people were already predicted that doing all these project activities very much harmful to our environment as well. You see, Mana village is there, and Mana people are already know about all these problems regarding the NTPC, the projects. And after the disaster, in 2019, the disasters were happened, and in 2022, as you know, that the Josimot is sinking, but nobody is bothering. Even government is not allowing to press people, not allowing to academicians to explore many things in that area. So these are very sensitive issues, and also, of course, very dangerous for Indian subcontinent. And as you all people know that, more or less the Himalaya is just controlling the environment, the climate of our India. So Himalayan studies should be pan-Indian study. That is my submission to this hall. Thank you all.